The biggest elephant in the room at the moment is the economy, which is driven and manipulated by the current financial and monetary system. It's been used as a means of control for enslaving entire nations and their people through a debt-based system of control. This system, where the American dollar is king, was never meant to last forever. In fact, I personally believe it was meant to last just long enough, basically, until technology caught up to the ideology of technocracy. Now, people do not like change and usually have to be persuaded to some degree to accept change. And I think that 9/11 is a perfect example of how people would have never accepted the rollout of the police state or the surveillance state, in addition to the endless wars abroad, if it was not justified by a major crisis, the terror attacks on September 11th. Now, the current economic, financial, and monetary system is on life support. The Federal Reserve is pumping trillions of dollars into the system to keep it from crashing until the new system of control is ready to go, and it's just about ready. The major central banks have been working for years to develop their own digital currencies. They're called CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. And they're all on board. They're all doing it. You can see it coming. You can see the partnerships taking place. You can see the rollout. Now it's starting to go mainstream. It was only a matter of when and how. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not about money. This is about control.
All right. I want to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Racha Kodash. All right, double honors to my apostles and elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom. All right. Shalom to you bros and to you sisters, all right, who believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which is of the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, and may Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai bless you and your families. All right. Quick video I came across. I remember him maybe a few years ago, these recent few years ago, you know, mainly 2020 and up to 24. And I haven't seen him in a while. I used to watch his videos a lot. He's making, you know, an assessment as far as the state of this place called America, and he's letting you know through the reports that's coming out, which is not just him but many other men and women that are reporting news, is that we're that closer toward this MOTB, the micro C hip, you know. And us brothers here at Great Millstone, we're gonna keep prophesizing of the MOTB until Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai bring it to pass. You know, so hey, you know, you think you might be, hey man, you know, you brothers always talking about that, I already know. Well, might want to click on another video. All right, because we're gonna keep prophesizing, and the topic of this lesson is staying focused. I've done a lesson like this a couple times. I feel like through the spirit, you know, I should just touch on these precepts that I got and stay focused, because the prize is us being delivered at the end of the day. All right, we want to maintain in our faith toward Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We want to keep our integrity as we taught. We want to focus on the prize. You know, hell we always catching, you know, the merry-go-rounds, the ups and downs. You know what this thing is about. All right, for those that are serious minded, those of the hopeful elect, and pray that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai bring these prophecies to pass. If you want the kingdom, you got to pray, you know, pray that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai fulfill these prophecies. Other than that, we stuck in this bitch. All right, you want to stay in this shit. You want this shit to keep going on like this, you know, men, what you want to, you know, keep, you know, prophesizing forever. We want the Lord to shorten the days for the elect's sake. That means that it ain't going to be no prophesizing when the day of the Lord come. It ain't going to be no prophesizing when the Lord deliver his elect. It ain't going to be no prophesizing in the time of Jacob's trouble. All right? And I'm not saying that because I'm tired of prophesizing. I love this work, you know. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of, especially having the riches, which is the knowledge and wisdom of this truth. You know, and a part of a beautiful brotherhood with my bros and spiritual fathers and big brothers here in Great Millstone, straight up. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And if you know the scriptures, you will understand that there's going to come an end of prophesizing and teaching, you know. So what we want is the kingdom. I'm thinking about one of my favorite scriptures. The Lord said he want to establish a new heaven and a new earth wherein establish righteousness, and that's what we want. So I'm gonna play the video back again. The last thing I remember he was just talking about just here was the MOTB, which he was going into the CBDC. And this is something we spoke about from time to time, central bank digital currency. You know, I don't know how old this video is or how recent it is, but it's still news and it's current. All right. So let me wind it back, and then I'm gonna grab a few precepts, and Lord willing, I pray you edify. All right.
The biggest elephant in the room at the moment is the economy,
right,
which is driven.
Hey, the economy, you know, Lord's willing, this shit hit the fan. All right. We're not hoping that this place, you know, get back, you know, to where it used to be. Hell no. What mindset you in? You know, what mindset you in if you wanting this place to thrive and get back together? What's the slogan of the Republican? I forgot how it go. Donald Trump shit. Make America great again. Hell no. Hell no. May Yahweh Bashem Yahushua fulfill prophecy in destroying Babylon the Great. All right. You know, I'm thinking about scripture. Let me grab this. You know, the book of Revelations. Salakia. Oh, Salakia. This is the book of 2 Peter's in 3, right? Let me read this real quick. Got to bring the scriptures out. This is 2 Peter's 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Is this what I want? Yeah, this is what I want. All right, so let me start at verse 3. 2 Peter's 3 and 3. And it says in the caption, the coming day of our Lord. All right. So it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standeth out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto the fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Because the first death, all right, was through the flood. The second death is going to come with cleansing of fire. And that's just going to be the second death when the Lord destroyed Babylon the Great and he delivered his Israelites, the elect. So it says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So what this means is, one day to the Lord is 1,000 years. 2 days, that's 2,000. All right. So Yahweh Shai been roughly what? Going back 2,000 years ago, it's only been 2 days for the Lord. So it says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willingly that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So this is what the spirit is of the true prophets and men of the Lord. They're looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Lord. Not to build, and group up, because now you got IUIC, ISUPK tying the Hebrews into Islam, having these dialogues, and IUIC just had a march or whatever it was that they had with Islam. The Hebrews have nothing to do with Islam, being a Muslim. Us brothers here in GMS, we don't prescribe to no Islamic Muslim shit. Okay? We are passionate, all right, and driven by the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakwadash to teach the truth, which is through the Bible, not the Quran. We have nothing to do with Islam. And it makes sense that these dudes are tying themselves into Islam because in my humble opinion, it makes it easier for E to do the blame game and calling you Hebrews the boogeyman. All right? Just like they blamed Islam and stereotyped those Ishmaelites as the boogeyman. So through the spirit, what I see, and I could be wrong, I speak as a man, in my humble opinion, same thing Paul would have done, because if he don't know, but given his humble advice, of a matter, is that I believe this is E's way, maybe somehow to tie us in for the persecution, to make Hebrews the boogeyman, because really we're just teachers. That's all, man. You got groups like Sakari that goes out with guns. They got guns and they camp rifles and, standing before the camp. That ain't how you teach this word, man. What the fuck is that? You're intimidating people for coming up just to listen. What are you out there for? You out there for the elect, or you out there just to, be a marker so that E could put the thumbtacks together? What the fuck is they doing? Now they split and had to change the doctrines with the members, the heads. So it's a lot of shit going on, and I really believe shit is going on behind closed doors, as it always is. All right, but remember too, brothers, you had that cat, that dude, that called himself Great Millstone, and brothers made plenty of videos exposing this guy and letting it be known that he's not a part of Great Millstone, and he had the Islamic shit on his page, tying us in. So it's like, when you think about it, it's like, maybe that's the move. Maybe that's the move, the move to try to get Hebrews mixed in and tied up with this Islam shit. We ain't got nothing to do with them. We don't push the Quran at all. If anything, we're going to tell you what's wrong with it. There's nothing good with it because it's not from the Holy Scriptures. All right? So, hey, for those who have a spiritual eye, maybe you can see, right? Through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But anyway, let's get back. The scriptures say here in 2 Peter 3:12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's what we're doing. All right? Doing lessons, prophesizing, and lessons that can improve on your behavior, your attitude, to accumulate, to absorb more attributes to your abilities, that you have, your talents in the Lord, pushing forth the name, especially the Lord's name, the Father's name, the Son's name, Yahweh Shai, and enduring what we have to endure as soldiers. That's what we're doing. Not joining forces with unbelievers, man. It's coming out. The Lord is revealing it because we're getting closer and closer. False prophets are being seen. All right, they're being shown, man. It's known. So anyway, that was the point on that. Now let me read 13. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's what we want. We want new law and order from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, not from some extended kingdom with Edom still ruling in the secret darkness and calling the shots and pulling the strings. And now we become transhumans. Now we got microchips inside of our bodies and we're monitored everywhere we go. My boss can read my brain. You know, that's way more slavery than what we in now. Well, we want Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's righteousness, man, and that's it. All right, what the Lord have promised us is what we want, what the true elect want, which I hope to be a part of the elect. You know, I hope I'm part of it, man. Lord's willing. You know, but the elect, when you put on Yahushua, you want the Lord to fulfill those promises. Yo, yeah, man. Just like the disciples back then desired for the kingdom, brothers coming back again is desiring the kingdom, man, like they supposed to. You know, so let's get back to this video and go from there.
Manipulated by the current financial and monetary system. It's been used as a means of control for enslaving entire nations and their people through a debt-based system of control. Right. This system where the American dollar is...
That debt is that thick clay. You know, that's in, I believe, Haggai, or was it Habakkuk? All right. That, let me see something. Salakia. Let me bring that out, because that's exactly how they rule. They put you in debt. You know, this IOU shit, right? That shows, you know, that, you know, anyway. Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay. All right, because these devils are pushing more and more and more to sit in the temple of the Most High and to be as though they is the Most High in this earth. All right, and they control everybody by debt. All right, they control you by a Social Security card. They control you by your birth certificate. They control you. When a child is born, you are a slave. They can come take your children away from you for whatever reason. Matter of fact, the hell with your children, they can come take you for whatever reason. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Nothing you can do. Now they're passing laws, the NDAA, I spoke about this yesterday, the National Defense Authorization Act, where they can detain you and take you and basically kidnap you. A legal system to kidnap people. You know? Parents don't got to tell your parents, don't got to call, make a phone call like how, you know, how dudes go to jail. Let me get my phone call, you know? Then you go before a judge at a certain date. Nah, man. So it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? Now that woe is death and destruction, right? So woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay, that's that debt, man. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get this real quick, Salakia. Salakia. Okay. All right, this is verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. All right. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. All right. So like, let me get this. This is a quick precept, Job chapter 13 and 4, because these are the Edomites, right? This is what Paul mentioned in 2 Thessalonians when he said, they shall be revealed in his time, the son of perdition. They're revealed today. This is how we know, or one indicator also, according to the Bible, how we know we at the end of the world. All right, the end of Esau and then the beginning of Jacob. So this is Job 13 and 4. But you are forgers of lies, and you are all physicians of no value. And that's Edom's forte. That's his nature, man. All right, he's a devil. Okay. It says, but you are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value. When you go to these doctors, bro, is they physicians? I think not. Do they cure you from your ailment? No, they do not. All right. The best bet of getting cured, first and foremost, is putting prayers up to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and go and get yourself some herbs, man. All right, to really take care of yourself. So it says, but you are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Right, let's get this precept. This is Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. That's right. All right, because right now they're even persecuting the poor even more with these underhand conspiracy, which they will call conspiracy, which is conspiracy fact. These underhand plans, all right, to lock the Israelites into going against their true power. All right, going against the Heavenly Father and our big brother Yahushai. That's why it's so important. The Lord stressed in the scriptures when it comes to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, right? That if you take it, you're going to be destroyed. And it said in Revelations 3 and 10, how the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. So he ultimately wants to put you, he wants you to denounce the very power that created you. He wants you to announce that he is the creator. He's your creator, you know? And if you know, you know. If you knew about, you know, also the Black Mamba, like the Kobe, right? Y'all should know what I'm talking about. Going back to 2020, they said with that Black Mamba, if I'm saying that right, I think that's the snake names, Kobe nickname, Kobe, you know, side name, the Black Mamba, right? When you took that, right, they said it was supposed to rearrange your DNA and put a third string on your DNA, whatever you call that shit, that DNA string. It puts a third string there, you know, and that shows you that how they put their pattern, they erase the pattern that the Most High put upon your DNA to forge their own name, you know. So anyway, let me get one more precept. This is the book of Psalms chapter 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, man. All right. And that's Esau, Edom, and his children, right? To this day, they call their land, they call these lands after their own names, man. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. So with them, with these the head leaders, the international bankers, and the illuminated ones, or the who you call Illuminati, you know, the banking families that run this world, they create a plan that they will never ever, you know, fall, because they believe in it, and with thought is that their houses shall continue forever. And as long as they act out on a plan and achieve their goals, they feel like they're going to always be in power and they're never going to lose. They're never going to lose, but this one you're going to lose. It says, and their dwelling places to all generations, they call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not, but is like the beast that perisheth. All right, so let's continue. Salakia.
Was never meant to last forever. In fact, I personally believe it was meant to last just long enough, basically, until technology caught up to the ideology of technocracy. Now, people do not like change and usually have to be persuaded to some degree to accept change. And I think that 9/11 is a perfect example of how people would have never accepted the rollout of the police state or the surveillance state, in addition to the endless wars abroad, if it was not justified by a major crisis, the terror attacks on September 11th. Now, the current economic, financial, and monetary system is on life support. The Federal Reserve is pumping trillions of dollars into the system to keep it from crashing until the new system of control is ready to go, and it's just about ready. The major central banks have been working for years to develop their own digital currencies. They're called CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. And they're all on board. They're all doing it. You can see it coming. You can see the partnerships taking place. You can see the rollout. Now it's starting to go mainstream. It was only a matter of when and how. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not about money. This is about control. These private central banks print money out of thin air. They already have literally all of the money in the world that they could ever need or want. They want to centralize.
And we've been saying that because if you know the scriptures, you will understand that he's already in power. He's already in power. He has everything. But what is this about? It's about control, man. All right? It's all about him sitting in the temple of the Most High to be as though he is the Most High. This devil has everything a heart could wish for. What more do he want? All right? He go after your children, you know, that adrenochrome, that bullshit, you know. They do their rituals, they blood sacrifices, they worship the devil, you know, the left-hand side of the Most High. What more could they have? What more could they want? They got all the resources, you know, they got secret knowledge that's hidden from everybody. They got records, old records. They know the truth. But what do they want more? They want to sit in the temple of the Most High and be as though they is the Most High. So what is this all about? It's about control. All right? We didn't get this from him. You know? It's just that what he's saying, the Lord opened his mind up, you know, to see it through how the economy works and what is actually going on. A lot of guys see that. The ones that are actually paying attention, you know, instead of being stuck in the folly out here. So it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science, man.
Power. They want to control the population and ultimately reduce it. Very soon, these central banks are going to roll out their digital currencies, and we will find ourselves in a cashless society. And this is going to be
and the reason why I speak that way, because what's on my mind is the scoffers, you know, and how they think that you know, like this guy Nate, you know, calling us bug outs or whatever the case may be, because we believe that, and we also, I'm gonna say, we know, you know, because we're in the business of knowing, but we believe, all right, that the MOTB is the micro C hit, and without a shadow of a doubt, we know that it is that. And you know, to do damage control of his own congregation, for them members in his camps, you know, to not pay attention to us is foolish. So to belittle us and try to, you know, make fun of us teaching that, you know, it will kind of, I guess, you know, curve their concentration back onto the Christ Jesus bless shit, you know, the Christianity shit. Now they mix with Islam, you know. But anyway, my point is what I wanted to say. I speak like that because you got jokers out here like him and many others that think that we watching Edom and watching reports and that's where we get this from. No, we don't. We get it strictly, we get our vision from the scriptures. All right, we filter things through the scriptures. If man is speaking things that's not filtered through the scriptures when it comes to prophecy, then we know it ain't it. This is why we say sometimes through the lessons, I know I do, is chew the meat, spit out the bones. Stop believing in everything you hear or see. You know, you got now AI. Sometimes we cover in news, and sometimes brothers make mistakes, right? But brothers are honest here in Great Millstone. They will go back and, you know, do a correction video. But you got fake AI videos that look real, and then what you hearing sometimes ain't real. Now, I was also thinking about the video I did yesterday, because on a twist of things, it's talking about that this is fake, you know, with the gangs, the Venezuela gangs, and that's not happening in Chicago and things like that. And I was saying, well, certain guys over there, it's a certain block and an address that all these different, from what I've seen a little bit earlier with Dabu, all these different gang members are going to that address, and they're asking the locals there, is there any Venezuelan gangs or whatever the case may be? And they saying no. So they put a exact address, and now they saying it's not true, whatever, but it is happening, all right, in other places. You know, you can't deny it. But people were saying that that's fake. Is it a distraction? Could be. We just filter it through the scriptures. You know, when we speak on it, hey, this can turn into, you know, civil unrest. This can turn in, you know, it can turn into Jacob's trouble when the Lord allowed these devils to let this bitch go, or to break this bitch down so that they think they building it up. But the Lord said they shall build, but I will throw down. He would tear down, man. That's Malachi. So, you know, we just report, right? But you have to use your own discernment through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We're not here to mislead you. Do your own research, you know, watch your own videos, you know, find the news on your own, you know, I'm just, like I said, I speak like that because I'm thinking about them scoffers, man. Men who think that we're getting this information from Edom. They say the most stupidest shit. I was watching the elder brother out in South Carolina, and I seen from his video, you got a lot of these TikTok Israelites, these Yah Israelites, you know, saying that the prophets that speak on the corner making them look bad. No, nigga, you making us look bad. You got dreads in your hair, you still in the world, talking all that, man, you know? So that's why I say I talk like that, because that was on my mind. You got these people out here, but that's not new. Remember, I saw videos years ago. I can't remember the group name because they don't go out and teach. They just celebrate the holy days, and they call themselves Israelites. And they were saying, they were talking about Zabbat. They was talking about all of us, all the One West, you know, you want to say, that go out and really teach. Now you got all these splinter groups coming out of nowhere, doing their own thing, calling themselves Israelites and all that, right? Which most of them are, but they're climbing up some other way, and they got different doctrines. But what was said was, it was this group, it was a woman and a man, and they was talking about how the camps, they were getting on us saying we make them look bad because we shouldn't be out there doing this. What you talking about? That's always been prophets, you know? That shows you they don't know the scriptures, and they're really blinded by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They don't really have the vision. And that was my kind of lesson, but I ain't touched those scriptures yet. But they don't got the vision. They don't even know. How you gonna just celebrate holy days, right? But you don't want the prophets to speak the word. What type of shit is that? Who you think the Lord, did you really read the Bible? The Lord has always dealt with prophets. What you talking about? You know? But see, the Lord gotta be with you. You know, I pray Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, be with us, me, brothers, my apostles, elders, continue to keep dealing with brothers so that we can get the fuck up out of this bitch, man. Strengthen our faith even more, you know? So let's continue. Salakia.
On top of the international surveillance state, where everything and everybody will be tracked, controlled, monitored, taxed, and regulated into submission. This is the implementation period that we see rolling out, and it's all connected to the United Nations, the central banks, the climate change agenda.
Right, so let's do right here. Yeah.
The biggest.
Right, so, you know, that was a quick video. It's probably longer. Could probably find a longer version, but I think that's cool enough. Let me, Salakia, it's getting hot. So let me bring this scripture out, because I did want to touch on this topic. Stay focused. This is Colossians 3:2. Set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth. Straight to the point. You know, set your affections on things above. Fuck everything else, man. And I don't mean that, say, you know, just go out here and do whatever, but, you know, the hell with the problems and the things that, you know, yeah, you got to deal with it, but set your affections on things above, man. you know, so you can stay focused in this truth. You want to continue on doing your shows. If you're a prophet, you're a teacher, you want to do your duty. You do what's recommended, that the Lord recommend for you to do, you know, and stay occupied in it, you know, stay on the mission. That's it, man. Right? It says not on things of the earth, meaning you caring about, you know, earthly things. We all want earthly things because we're earthly people, but our spirits and mind is of the heavens, is of the Lord, man. You know, we living for the world that's coming, not the world now. This is a sacrifice, if you didn't know. You know, it's a sacrifice, because you could have lived your life how you want to and be worldly. You know, do what you wanted to do, be that nigga you wanted to be, or be that bitch that you wanted to be. Right? You can follow after the rest of them and follow social media, and you probably be somebody in this world. You probably get a lot of money and all that, TikToking, content creating and all that. But here it is, the Lord gave us a spiritual awakening, a holy calling. And he woke certain men up. He called these men. Hopefully these men become the chosen. And then therefore he have to bear in this worldly flesh, the troubles that come with the flesh, that troubles that come with this wicked society. But he still got to remain heavenly. His mind focused on the Lord, man. You know, it's very important, man. So that's that. Proverbs 4:25. Let thou eye look right on, and let thou eyelids look straight before thee. All right, that's straight to the point. Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. You know, and that's Yahweh Shai speaking, man. Matthew 6:33. But seek ye the kingdom of the Most High. So if we put Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai first before everything, right, then we cannot fail. Though it seems, because the flesh you might lose your woman, your children hate you, you know. And imagine, you know, you're a brother that just come into the truth, right? And you got a 2-year-old son, 2-year-old daughter, whatever. And here it is, you strongly believe in the word. You saying you ain't celebrating no holidays no more. You figure these things out. The Lord open your mind to it. You believe. What happens when your son and your daughter birthday come up, and your baby mama, or the woman of the mother of your child, or your wife, you know, you probably with her, your wife, your girl, you know, and she not in the word, right? This is just an example. She not in the word. She ain't believing what you ain't believing into. She of the world. But that's your wife. That's your woman. You got a 2-year-old. You telling your wife, I ain't celebrating no birthdays, and I ain't, you know, I'm gonna get him some, but I ain't, you know, doing no birthday party. Her and her side of the family and whoever else she speaks to is gonna hate your ass. You might just lose your woman and your child because of it. So that's the sacrifice, man. You see? That's just an example. We're hated. We're more hated than we are loved. You know? And the most safest men to be around, righteous, when it comes to righteousness and wickedness, let me say, of anything of some value or good, because we know we're not righteous, man. We're hoping that the Lord deems us to be righteous. The Lord says our righteousness is as filthy rags. So let me say it this way, you know, any decency or value in man will be from the brothers. That's going to be fair and treat you with the righteous way. You know, treat you in the righteous way. You know, sometimes in the camp, you got women that got children and shit. Because we out there standing on the corner teaching, a woman would, you know, grab her child and, you know, really bring them close as she walking by, like we gonna jump out and grab the kid up or something. Like we the most safest and let me say most safest and respectful men are men that serve the Lord. The men that can keep the commandments to the best of their ability, that really fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, that really fear, not putting on some fucking image to please men. Fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. You know, Salakia, it's getting me tight, man. You know, when you're not like that, you know. But the men that really fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai are the men that's really gonna do right by you. But the world don't see that. We're hated, but that's okay, because Yahweh Shai was hated. That's how he was looked. All right, because we come in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So it's you see through the spirit why your questions is answered. So push on. Be a soldier in Yahweh Shai, man. So Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness. We're seeking first the kingdom, and we're seeking after his righteousness, because we want to put on Yahweh Shai. We want to put on the elect. You know, we want the Lord to establish the rest of our nation to be this way. We want the Lord to regulate the heathen and to bring them into captivity, as is written, so that we can establish righteousness in this earth, so we could be under the laws of the Heavenly Father again. And this time, as it was written, we're going to be changed. We're not going to go off. The new covenant is going to be activated. Take out the stony heart and give us the heart of flesh. So we're going to be perfect. We're going to be gods. We're going to have new bodies. A brother ain't going to step on another brother's toe. A brother will never offend another brother. A sister won't usurp authority over her husband, or be ratchet, you know, and making men disgusted that stand for something. You know, a lot of these women are disgusting, man. You know, and I'm talking about them 2/3. Y'all see them on social media, man. The mindset of these women and the mindset of these evil ass niggas, man. Disgusting, man. Black people, and I'm talking about the tribe of Judah, wonder why they can't get along and why everybody else getting over on them, or why everybody's getting this and that. Because you fucking wicked, man. That's why. You hate your own brother, man. You know, niggas can't stop with the ego shit. This ego shit, man. This pride shit. You ain't punking me. Same thing goes to the black woman, you know. Anyway, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. So when you read the chapter, you will know Yahweh Shai, you know, he spoke a lot through that chapter, and he spoke those gems, and these things we trust in. We put the Lord first. We seek after righteousness. We seek the kingdom. Everything we need is going to be given to us. What we worried about? What you worried about? Have faith. You know, have faith. What you worried about? It's going to come through. Even if it's the last second, it's going to be there. And I'm realizing that, you know, a little more in this journey, you know, as we go through our ups and downs and merry-go-rounds. You know, like I said the other week or two ago, I said I prayed, and of course the Lord answered my prayers, and it was like at the last minute, you know, the water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, but it was on time. You know that saying they say in the church, damn, I forgot how they say it, but it'd be like always on time, some shit like that. But that's so true. Anyway, the Lord is always on time. He ain't never late. Anyway, Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. See, you hear that? Let me bring that back, because you got a lot of these Israelites that like to side themselves with men that are going off, men that are, you know, truth breakers, backbiters, thieves, sellouts, traitors, high-minded, you know, whoremongers. You like to hide yourself with these type of men, you know, and justify wickedness because you cool with these niggas, you know, instead of actually being the bigger man and reproving those guys when you see those things. But you don't want to make yourself the enemy with them, you know, because you don't want to rebuke nobody, right? That's them guys, man, these different camps. It says, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. See, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. It says, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. What's scornful mean? Let's look up scornful. This is the Collins English. If you are scornful of someone or something, you show contempt for them. He deeply scornful of politicians. Let me see here. Let me do this. I could go to the blue letter, but let's go to Google real quick. Scornful. All right, this is the Merriam-Webster. The meaning of scornful is full of scorn. The vocabulary.com. A scornful remark is full of contempt, disdain, or as you might imagine, scorn. You obsessively fashionable friends might be scornful of others who... All right, so let's do this. Psalms 1:6. Oh shit, Salakia, bear with me. Psalms, let me go there. This is Psalms 1 and verse 6. No, it's not. Psalms 1 and 1. Psalms 1 and 1. Sit in the seat of the scornful. To scorn, make mouth at, talk arrogantly. Woo! Arrogantly. A lot of men showing themselves to be very arrogant and not humble. To boast, right? To scorn, to mock. Look at that. Guys mocking us, brothers, because they can't come back scripturally or let me say they can't accept reproof. So they can't come back scripturally. When they can't accept reproof, they come with slander. You know, they come with the mocking, you know, the lies, right? It says to boast, scorn, to mock, deride, to interpret, interpreter, ambassador. It says to be inflated, scoff. Ooh, he is scoffer. It says act as a scorner, showing oneself a mocker. You see that? Because these guys are buddy in these different camps, and they don't like to take reproof. They think that, you know, you are trying to embarrass them. You know, Jake still got this shit from high school or elementary school where, you know, or in the streets, you can't let somebody talk to you like that, you know, because I'm a man, you know. But if the guy's talking some sense, maybe you need to take some heed, you know. Correction ain't always nice. Sometimes you got your ass whooped. For those who had parents went off, you got your ass whooped and then you learned your lesson. You know, some of us may have got, you know, yelled at and you learned your lesson. Some of us may have got on punishment and you sat down and you learned your lesson, you know. But some of them, they just prideful and arrogant, man. They sit in the seat of the scorner, as I say, the scorner, the scornful. So it says, verse 2, but his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. Right? Verse 3, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. You know, and that's basically the lesson. I got a lot more, but I'm going to end it there. I think the video is pretty long. I hope you know, get a little bit of edification, something out of this lesson that can build upon your faith toward the Lord. You know, we almost out of here, man. And I hope the Lord, you know, come through and fulfilling these last prophecies quick, man. You know, because once this thing roll out, it's going to be quick, Lord's willing. You know, the Lord ain't going to drag his foot. Lord don't drag his foot at all anyway. You know, prophecy, when the Lord said it's going to come, it's going to come. You know, we ain't going to be, you know, everybody in the world fully micro C-hip, but there is going to be many. All right, there is going to be a large number of jokers taking that micro C-hip, being a part of the system, you know, to the point where, you know, it's going to be like how Joe Biden mentioned a few years ago when they talked about the Black Mamba, you know. He said that once we reach 70%, if we can get about 80% or something like that, you know, the rest is just going to have to follow. You know, they want society to be, in order to force this thing, they're going to have like, you know, 80% of everybody on board with the image of the beast, so that everybody else is just criminals, you know. If they got everybody doing it, that means, look, how you going to buy and sell? The way of doing things is this way, you know, is scanning your micro C-hip when you think about it. So, you know, with that, I hope you were edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha, Kodash, double honors to my apostles and elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom.